It is a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest here. Beautiful February day. I took a hike down to a little serene beach. There's still hoof marks in the sand, but I was looking at the sun, right? Because the sun is so bright in the sky and it's freaking blinding me. And I was thinking about the solar changes that are going on, not only the changes within our solar system, but our galaxy and our whole cosmos, our whole universe. And what's really interesting to me is that modern science is completely validating a lot of ancient scripture. And of course, in our establishment education systems, the indoctrination institutions, they don't teach a lot of this science. So people aren't taking many of these ancient scriptures either seriously, or they're not really understanding the true symbolic nature of it and the dramatic changes that are at hand. So I think it's important for people to understand this. Now, the Mayans, right? Not only the Mayans, but a lot of ancient civilizations were avid star watchers. They understood, they had some type of knowledge, however they got it, that the position of the stars were super crucial for life on this planet. So they watched them, and of course their Mayan calendar ended around 2012. Well, a lot of other ancient civilizations prophesied these specific times as being times of changes, times of quantum leaps in evolution, going into the age of Aquarius or the golden age, or a certain harvest happening, all these different things. It's a common thread, a common theme, common archetype. And what I think's going on is that our whole galaxy, our whole universe has certain patterns of energetic flow, and they're geometric. So the positions of our stars are probably in certain geometric arrangements where when they line up, right? Their torsion energy that they have, it syncs, and stars will take quantum jumps in evolution because we live in a quantum universe, not only at the smallest scale but the broadest scale. It all happens in links. So when they line up, it harmonizes or it coheres or whatever you could say it does between these star systems, and quantum leaps happen. So Dr. Paul Laviolette is a researcher and scientist who discusses the Galactic Superwave theory, how there's a pulse that emanates from our galactic core and it travels out, and it's happened before, right? It's happened before on this planet, and he has measured that. And certain cycles happen, right, with this arrangement of all the stars, where certain cycles happen where these pulses will happen over time. And it's a cyclical path that life takes, not only on our planet, but in the universe. So, what we could be seeing is this galactic wave probably striking soon, because we could also look into, I combine that theory with Paul Laviolette, the superwave theory, with Dewey B. Larson and his reciprocal systems theory. And if you look into these, right, alternative physical theories that, of course, end up making a lot more sense when you think about it, which is why I'm putting all this together. Dewey B. Larson, his model of solar evolution, right, the evolution of stars, is completely ass backwards of what we're taught, right, what we're taught as theory in our schools, in our colleges. And he said that stars actually start out red. They don't end red, they start out red because they get compressed, right? Gravity is actually a compression. So literally, like, you have to understand this, you have to sanitize your brain of all the shit that we have previously learned, right? Dark matter, dark energy, whatever, throw that out the window. Gravitation is the compression of this energy, and it's the red stars, then once they compress, they turn into yellow stars. And the yellow stars, it's a quantum leap in color that these stars make. So they go from red, orange, yellow, yellow, white, and then once so much compression of matter happens from the gravity pulling it in, it starts going blue, gets larger, and once it gets really blue, it's really hot from having all this, and that's when the supernova occurs. So it's, much more legit, and these changes happen at a quantum level. So our sun, right, it used to be yellow even 40, 50 years, Earth years ago, which galactically is not that much time. It was yellow. So really what's happening is, it's on a galactic scale, it's happening so fast that our star is compressing into a whiter, more white, electromagnetic thing, right? It's in this electric universe. I'll do another video on that concept, as much as I understand of it. And it's going to take that quantum leap. And apparently this quantum leap is once that happens, once our star shifts, it will go dark. It'll actually go dark for a period of what could be 3 Earth days, which is what it has been described by certain secret space program peoples, right? So 72 hours, 3 days. I think this is what the real 3 days of being dead, right? The sun god dead for 3 days. It's often said that Christmas revolves around this concept of the sun on December 21st being at its lowest point in the sky, and then after 3 days it starts rising, which I think could be very, very true. But even deeper, on a deeper level than that, right? Another symbolism of this dead for 3 days, of the sun god dying for 3 days, could more so be this massive quantum leap, this massive quantum jump. So our star goes from, boom, basically like yellow, yellow, white, compresses, and then becomes more energetic, and that evolves life on this planet, right? Once this flash occurs, once whatever etheric energy you want to call it, 0 point, I don't know, just this blast occurs, this galactic superwave, those cosmic energies affect our consciousness. This is the crucial thing, because it will literally evolve life on this planet. That's how life on this planet evolved on a quantum scale in the past. These missing links they're trying to find, there's no missing links because it takes quantum leaps. Sun goes off, cosmic energy influences our genetics, right? Dr. Dieter Brauers out of Germany, I believe, he made the documentary Solar Revolution. So once this jump hits, boom, galactic superwave influences our consciousness. It's like a mass DMT rush. But it's not exogenous, it's endogenous. Our own body creates it. So we literally connect to that divine, and we start maybe also on a physical level, mass auroral displays, right? We're already seeing these solar system changes take place of auroras on like Uranus and Saturn, and we're seeing noctilucent clouds on this on our Earth. I've seen them before here in freaking state of Washington, noctilucent clouds up at the North Pole that way. And these things are very high up in the sky. They're pretty amazing to look at. I've always wanted to see aurora though, but this change will happen, right? This quantum jump, that's what will happen on the physical layer, and then on the spiritual layer, like I was saying, the mass DMT rush that'll hit. So we'll literally, after this, during and after this, we're going to develop certain psychic powers, certain, you could say psychic, you could say, extrasensory perception. It's higher states of awareness, higher states of consciousness. And the more you prepare yourself for that, the easier your body, your whole being, your soul, your mind, body, spirit complex will have in adjusting to the changes that take place. This is why high vibratory diets and health, I'm so big into health, I health coach, is so crucial, because you need to adjust to these changes. If you don't adjust, that's why a lot of internal tension and people are getting like weird, you could call it ascension symptoms. I don't like that. I think it's resisting ascension symptoms. If you ride the changes, man, you can just ride the wave, but it's when you resist from a body, mind, spirit level is when it sucks. So don't make your life suck, and I can help you make it unsuck. But anyway, that's the solar shift video I wanted to do, and it's probably going to come very, very soon, but it also depends on our co-creative consciousness, because I write my write my thoughts down before I talk about them with Crayola markers, because shit's cray. So this jump is happening soon, and that's why I want to do this video and talk about all of this, because we need to prepare ourselves and prepare others, and ground ourselves and ground others, and spread the knowledge, spread the awareness to survive these times and create the most optimal timeline for us with, like I always say, our co-creative consciousness. So anyway, thanks guys. Peace.